Guns, drugs, sex, death. All this and more can be found in the Cop Files. Crumpdale PD. Officers are eager to meet the new investigator brought in to look at the murder of Pragg Snarbo.
All right, what can I tell you? My name's Switch Pruckett. I'm a shoot first, ask questions while I'm still shooting, kind of glaring. I've been a deputy out in West Deedle going on 5 years now. We do things a little differently out that way. We call ketchup gravy, and we call gravy slurp sauce. I guess that's about it, about what we do different. I am terrified of prisons. Yep, I have a fear of prisons, which I know is weird because I put glurins in prison. But I will not step foot in one. No, sir. No. And last but not least, I'm about to be anointed sheriff next week.
The West Deedle Sheriff is anointed every 5 years at the rise of the Piss Moon. The individual must be present on site at the time of the Piss Moon in order to receive their sheriff's badge, or the next in line will be anointed. The anointment is then made official with the opening of a complimentary jelly bar.
My mama was sheriff of West Deedle when I was growing up. She unfortunately died on the job. She died of death. Left me and my pa. He's a switchblade enthusiast, and after my ma passed, he really buried himself in the blades. And that led to the drugs, of course, as the blades always do.
Reister Pruckett is a 3-time Switchblade champion in the stabbing category. He is also famous for his controversial and not yet verified discovery of what he believes to be the lost city of America.
My pa don't like that I'm following in my mama's footsteps, but I just want to honor her legacy by taking up the mantle. So he don't talk to me no more. I call him every day and he don't pick up. But we ain't here to talk about me being a deputy for 5 years, my intended anointment to sheriff, or my fear of prisons, or my ma being dead, my dad not talking to me because he loves switchblades and drugs, and I call him every day and he don't pick up. We're here to talk about Pragg Snarbo.
Detective Pragg Snarbo was gunned down on the job after valiantly rescuing the non-famous Tiggy Skibbles. Due to a lack of evidence, though, the case went cold. There were no leads, no suspects, no murder weapon, and Pragg Snarbo's body was lost in a completely avoidable freak accident.
Yeah, that's on us. We lost him almost immediately. You know, you set something down so you could see if it's possible to run 10 seconds in under 10 seconds, and the next thing you know, body's gone. It's like losing your keys, but your keys are a victim in a high-profile murder case. And like keys, he's probably just somewhere in the couch cushions, am I right? I did check, he's not there. We lost him, for sure.
I never knew Pragg, but I got a lot of respect for that glur. And normally folks wouldn't care about a murder, but because he was a cop, they're flipping their gravy. And I know there's a couple of vigilantes out there, the resistance or whatever they're called, say may have info on the case. But if they have info, they should just come forward. Stop prancing around in the dark like darkness prancers.
The Resistance is a terrorist organization that disrupted broadcasts all across Monovision. Although they have not been heard from in some time, they did add fuel to the fire in the public's outcry to bring justice for Snarbo, which led to a reopening of Pragg's case.
So Gut brought me in to reevaluate the case. We trained together back in the day before he went off to the MBI. I think he wants to give the public peace of mind by bringing in an independent investigator such as myself. So I agreed to give the case a quick look.
After sweeping the crime scene, Deputy Pruckett did find one piece of evidence that got overlooked.
Yeah, I pretty much tricked on it when I walked in. Don't know how they missed that the first time around, but, we'll see what we got here. Maybe we'll get some elbow prints off it.
The evidence is sent to the lab for examination.
I loved Pragg. I would have died for him. But he's already dead, so now I have nothing to die for. I'm glad, though, that Switch brought in this piece of potentially crucial evidence. We'll run some tests and hopefully figure out who the killer is.
While the lab is at work, Switch hits the phones to uncover any more leads.
Hey, Daddy, it's me. I'll just leave you a quick voicemail since you didn't pick up. And then I had that prison nightmare again. I woke up firing my gun, as I always do. It was pretty scary stuff. And anyway, anyway, just, give me a call back.
With no luck, Pruckett heads back to the lab to check on the test results.
So yeah, we have some very interesting findings. We first lit the evidence on fire to test how it burns, and it burns normal, and is now gone. We probably should have started with the other tests.
And with that being the last piece of tangible evidence, it looks like I'm heading back to West Deedle early. I mean, we'll bring in Tiggy Skibbles for a final interview to do due diligence, but with his memories being erased, this case is as good as closed, unfortunately. How you doing today, Tiggy?
I'm broken and metamorphosizing. How do you think I'm doing? I can't even afford my morph inhibitors.
I'm sorry to hear that.
I mean, look at me. I'm all dry and smooth. I keep changing little by little. I don't even match my fake ID anymore.
Tiggy, do you know why we brought you in here today?
Look, I wasn't contacted by a shadow organization that's trying to take down the monolith. How would they even contact me? By sliding an envelope under my door? That's a stretch.
We're here to talk about your kidnapping.
You're gonna have to be more specific.
The one that led to the unfortunate death of Pragg Snarbo.
How much am I getting paid for this?
You weren't.
Then I'm not talking to the cops. I hate cops.
Pragg was a cop?
Pragg was an angel.
Well, if you want to honor your angels, now would be a good time to start remembering whatever you can.
I can't remember anything. My memory got erased.
You have to try.
You think I didn't try before? I want whoever did this to pay. Preferably me, but also just in general for what they did.
Come on, Tig, you remember.
It's all just blank. It only makes me think of Pragg. And the chocolate chip.
The musician?
The Chocolate Chip was a popular musician whose song Dirty in Deepton skyrocketed to #1 on the charts.
'Cause we're getting dirty in Deepton, dirty in Deepton. We're getting dirty in Deepton.
No, not the musician. In order to survive in that cave, all I had was a single chocolate chip to munch on.
Where'd that chocolate chip come from?
I don't know, I just found it.
Did you tell anybody about this?
It didn't seem important.
Tiggy, that's hugely important.
Really? How much would you pay for that information?
Well, nothing, because you already gave me the information.
20.
20 what? I'm not negotiating on information you already gave me.
F***ing cop, I'm metamorphosizing over here. I'm smoothing out.
This chocolate chip is a bona fide break in the case. So, I guess I won't be heading back to West Deedle just yet, because there's one place I gotta go first.
Chocolate chips are used as a key ingredient in cookies, and cookies are a delicacy. Only a few Glurans know how to make them. And one Gluran is considered the de facto expert on these sweet treats, Deggy Berlaud, who is currently being held in a maximum security prison.
Fuck me, I'm going to prison.
'Cause we're getting dirty in Deepton, dirty in Deepton. We're getting dirty in Deepton. Dirty in Deepton, dirty in Deepton. We're getting dirty in Deepton. Sneaky whispers about the tooth